I swear a lot.
Hello friends and welcome back to Limbus Company. So I'm a bit late for April Fool's Day, I'll admit. Just teeny tiny bit late, like nearly a week. But you know, I was ill. I'm better now, I'm good, which is great because I was going fucking stir crazy because there was shit I wanted to record and I couldn't keep putting out fucking Barotrauma videos. So yes, good to be back. Apparently there's an Intervallo coming out halfway through the month as well, so we'll be well served for Limbus in the nearby future. But first things first. Is it a mid-spring night stream? Is that what we're looking at? Is that the thing? Also this. Someone told me about this, I fucking forgot about it. It's the bot gag. I should do this off camera. I just want to see if there are any tasty rewards here, maybe. It's just another chance to get the ID, to get Yi Sang. But there's good stuff here too. Yes there is. I want to look into that, but off camera, like I said. I'm sure the voice acting is very good, but I just don't feel the need to cover that on camera. I think people would get very annoyed if I was like, hey, let's do that fucking Intervallo that we covered before. It just doesn't seem to make sense, you know? I must remain calm. Whatever happens, no matter what horror materializes before my eyes, I must hold steadfast. Because I am Manager Esquire.
그러니까...
It's voiced! Oh, sweet bliss! Oh, I don't have to voice act the whole thing! Oh, yes! Thank you!
저기, 제가 쟤를 때렸다니까요. 네?
So punching has happened, that's already a concern. At a place where events that defy human understanding occur like everyday accidents. That is just the city, mate. I don't know how else to tell you that. But by that standard, this being considered stuff that defies human understanding is actually a pretty big deal. So kids, why don't we try doing this one by one? Do you want to go first?
그거 말 안 하기로 쟤들이랑 약속했잖아. 너 일론보야?
Are you a tattler? Are you gonna fucking bitch? Huh? You a little bitch? Limbus Kindergarten. What has happened to us? Have the sinners been turned into children?
일론보 아니거든.
No. I don't really remember how my life choices landed me this particular occupation, but...
개판.
Literally, the sin has been turned into kids, okay? I thought one of them sounded like Sinclair, but Sinclair sounds young anyway. So it was kind of hard to like figure who they were through their voice actors, but that's absolutely Ryoshi, yeah.
원장님이 그런 나쁜 말 뜨지 말라고 했었는데.
Big Teach said no bad words, don't.
맞네 맞아. 원장님, 쟤도 혼내주세요.
Yeah, Dante, fuck him up. Right, I'm the principal of a kindergarten. Regardless of everything that's happened and has happened, the only thing I know for real is that this is real. I'm in hell. Possibly. Probably. By all accounts, at least. After some time. According to the Sinnerlings recap, it seems that the gist of why they've been fighting is as follows. Sinnerlings? Is that even a real word? No, but we can coin it. Anywho, when the teacher doubling as the kindergarten dietitian announced that she was going to hold a hands-on cooking class with the Sinnerlings, the three classrooms, Cheery Chickies, Early Elephants, and Perky Penguins, could not agree on the type of dish they wanted to cook and started a war of sorts. Well, they managed to come to an agreement that recipes using bongi as the main ingredient made for the bestest and tastiest cuisine, this is true. The core of the conflict was that none of them could concur on just what kind of dish it was to be. Oh my goodness, it's just Hell's Chicken again, isn't it really, when you boil it down? Or even using bongis. One thing led to another, and it culminated in this ridiculous cooking contest between classrooms with the kindergarten dietitian presiding as the ultimate judge of flavor. Weird, this whole sequence of events feels oddly familiar, at least they're acknowledging it.
원장님도 고생이세요.
What the fucking hell? What are you doing here? Okay, sure. Well, Charon's unaffected, so that's something. Nice aprons, lasses. Very good.
애들 엉망진창. 카로는 절레절레.
These kids are absolute garbage, manager. Throw them out. Ah, Miss Yuri, Miss Charon, yeah, we're just gonna pretend this is normal.
12이나 되는 아이들이 전부 성향이 다르니까 혼자서 인솔하시기 힘드시겠네요.
This is clearly a dream of some kind. Because it's all a metaphor. Dante is chaperoning 12 kids with wildly different temperaments. Just here, they're doing it literally. But in their daily life, that is precisely what they're doing. They chaperone them less nowadays, but definitely during the early cantos, yes, very much so. Oh, I can't complain. It's not like I'm doing this all on my own, right? Especially with the two of you handling 2 classrooms each, too.
하나는 밖에 싸돌아다녀. 카로는 걱정 안 해.
Charon's gonna kick back with a nice brewski.
카론 선생님은 좀 방임주의시긴 하죠.
Best type, just let him get on with it. The strong will live and the weak will die.
그리고 코끼리는 항상 조용해. 정신 사나운 다른 애들 아니야.
Early elephants are quiet kids, not hyper like other kids. So I'm thinking Merceau, I'm thinking Faust. And maybe possibly Gregor, possibly Sinclair, possibly Ryoshu. You did not get the quiet ones. Oh wait, I need to talk to you about something. Listen, the kids have stirred up some more trouble today. We need to break out the tear gas.
말썽이라뇨.
It's big trouble, Yuri. Take it seriously.
물론 생각했던 건 모두 다 함께 같은 요리를 만드는 것이긴 했지만
Well, some dietitian you are.
여러 가지 요리를 해보는 것도 아이들에게 큰 공부가 될 테니까요.
All it is doing is teaching them new ways by which to wage war. Miss Yuri, she's a bit different from how I remember her from my admittedly hazy memories. It was a long time ago, we didn't spend that much time with her, and she was quite quiet. Apart from when she was desperately trying to convey to Charon where the fuck we were supposed to go. Was she always this passionate?
이렇게 아이들이 경쟁하면서 투쟁심과 성취도 느끼고
It's for the kids to learn what it feels like to experience a sense of accomplishment, because God knows they're never going to experience that in Limbus Company. Haha.
심리를 통해 원장님의 애정은 우리 펭귄 반이 독차지하겠다.
Of course you're a teacher's pet. Of course you have a stupid hat. And why is Ryoshu so small?
헛쓰고.
Gluck, idiot.
서로 이기려고 머리를 맞대면서 협력심도 생기고
They'll have to learn the ways of cooperation and friendship, and by that I mean teamwork and squad tactics. Isolate priority targets and take them down.
있지. 오늘
네.
처음 학습했을 도구 좀 같이 옮겨줘.
You have to help her move things. She's so small.
나는 계획을 짜야 한다. 다른 수감생을 알아봐라.
I must strategize. Since she me is the captain of our submarine. Hey Foreman, can you come help us mine these minerals? I'm like, no, I must strategize. Much captaining to do. Class captain. Literally. This doesn't seem like a safe dosage of competitive spirit at all, and I'm not seeing even a speck of cooperation between them.
재료를 조달하면서 체력도 키울 수 있으니 일석삼조인 격이죠.
Yes, the muscles they will develop from hunting live prey and skinning and preparing it for our meal. Procuring the what now? Are you saying the kids will be out collecting their own ingredients? With what money and or life skills?
네, 그럼요.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Listen, what Limbus Company is basically telling you, right, and there is no way to misinterpret this statement, this is clearly what it's saying, is that even small children can play Monster Hunter. It's that easy.
저기 보세요. 벌써 펭귄반 아이들은 준비를 다 마친 것 같네요.
The perky penguins have already upgraded all their gear and are ready to go out. 4 heavy bowguns, that will be interesting. Ready, huh? My gaze followed Miss Yuri's and naturally caught a row of marching Sinlings, each with some kind of item in their tiny hands. Toys? Am I looking at a toy axe? I mean, that's what Rhodia had, yes?
요즘엔 기술이 참 좋죠.
What do you mean technology these days?
아이들이 다치지도 않고 체험학습을 할 수 있게 저렇게 나와주고.
Wait, so we have kid weapons that are actual weapons, but they can use them without hurting themselves? Oh, I get it now. That's what they'll be using to hunt the ingredients. Yes. Yeah, no, I don't see anything wrong with that. As for those things approaching us from the distance, are they supposed to be the ingredients? They've got a bongy on their heads.
아, 사고에서 서식하는 봉이벌레네요. 껍질이 바삭바삭한 특성이 있어서 구이와 튀김의 안성맞춤이죠.
Bongy bugs? Do bongies actually exist on their own, or are they just some kind of parasitic fucking species that has actually spread throughout the sea? Bear in mind, I am taking everything I'm learning right now with a huge pinch of salt, because this is probably a dream. It's actually called Midsummer Nights, whatever the fuck. It's Midnight Summer. It was called a dream, literally in the title. Bongy? Bugs? I'm not sure if I like the specific juxtaposition of those two words. Wait, scratch that. Aren't bongy supposed to be...
원장님, 보고 드립니다.
Report progress. Executive teach. As I stood there searching through my hazy memories in a daze, one of the tiny Sinnerlings marched up to me and stirred me from my trance. Otis, hello. I don't know, something about her feels like she's just an adult who's inexplicably assumed the speech patterns of a toddler. So not much has changed, really, has it?
네, 저희 펭귄반 종원 넷 체험학습 준비 끝입니다.
Nice gun. Otis looked up expectantly at me, in her hand a weapon glowing in the full spectrum of the rainbow as it buzzed with all kinds of annoying noises. Alright, my job was to keep an eye on the Sinnerlings and ensure that today's hands-on class ends safely. Sounds good, then, shall we?
네, 지도를 부탁드립니다.
Squad march! Oh boy, we're gonna do a combat section, aren't we? Yep, here we fucking go. Alright, kids. Oh, Merceau has Hulk gloves. Gregor, what happened to you, my boy?
우리 모두 싸울 수밖에.
Oh, poor lad. Perky penguin Sinnerling. Claw grabber. Have to fate. Fight. Maybe that's supposed to be. Hiya. Am not buggy. Forced survival. Gene code Geo. Okay.
예, 원장님.
Wait, does he sound exactly the same as he does as an adult? Hang on. Right, I need to actually hear this properly. Sorry, but it is important, okay? Just turn that down for a moment. I like the song. We'll come back to it, don't you worry. I just need to hear that.
예, 원장님.
I swear that's actually just his normal voice.
예, 원장님.
He's like, I have no time for this foolishness. Delightful. What about you, Rhodia?
맛있겠다.
And Otis, what about you?
부르셨나요?
예, 원장님.
Why does he have an adult voice? Leave this to me. Prepare le Plat-doo-joor. Mise en place. It occurs to me I don't really know standard Merceau's moves very well, so a lot of these references might be lost on me. Staunchness. Back up. Okay.
맛있겠다.
Poor little Rhodia. So tasty. Something to eat. One tasty food. Spwitty will. Gambler.
부르셨나요?
Procure ingredient. Commuse operation. Gastronomical experience. Teach them a lesson, executive teach. Executor. It's really hard to say. Military minds. Alright. Let's just fucking win rate and whatever. Let's see what happens.
다리는 로작가?
Get him, Greg. You're so small. Although these are people with bongies on their heads. Wait, bongy bugs, they're literally G-Corp people with bongies on their heads. So we're bullying war veterans as well. Oh, wow. Okay. You can do it, lads. Get them, Rhodia. Very nice. Leaking marinara, it occurs to me I should probably check. Oh, we literally fight. Maybe it's like not a dream, but like a perception thing where we're actually in the real world genuinely fighting off hordes of XG Corp people. But something's happened to Dante and they're perceiving this as some stupid bullshit little fucking happy playtime thing. Leaking marinade. They gain haste. They gain fragile if they have no marinade. Qua. Okay. Go for him. One of them's dead and exploded in a shower of rainbows. How about that? You better not try and get me to EX this shit. I can't be asked. There we go. Oh, we can get stuff other than meat from them? Why are they leaking marinade?
그럼요. 봉이는 서식지 근처에 있는 다른 재료들을 저 아랫몸에 저장하는 습성이 있거든요.
Why? What lower body? The limbs? I looked up toward the perky penguins, once again diving deep into my well of memories to see if these bongy things even had a lower body. These little Pablos there, how about that? And saw Gregor poking at a bongy's carcass stripped of flesh. At a glance, it may have appeared as nothing more than an everyday childish curiosity, but there was a solemn look on the kid's face that gave me pause because they're G-Corp soldiers!
야, 그래. 그거 만지지 마. 지지야, 지지.
This gross. Why are you gross? Yucky. You're about to make food from that, you know.
그야. 봉이는 포동포동 맛있어 보이는데요.
But the thing the bongy is attached to is gross.
남은 쭉쭉이는 너무 벌레 같아요. 으악.
Looks like a buggy. Rhodia, look what you did! And so Gregor began bawling. Rhodia, you're being mean. Apologize to Gregor now. Bugs and Gregor crying. I wasn't sure how these two things were related, but a voice in me urged me to demand that Rhodia apologize to Gregor.
너 잘못 안 했는데?
It doesn't matter. I think Gregor's is the most obvious example that it is the adult voice actors doing kid voices, except for Merceau, who's literally not trying, which is the funniest thing they could have done. Or it implies that Merceau, even as a baby, had a deep, monotone voice, which is hilarious.
알았어. 미안.
There we go.
예전에 너 집게팔 보고 벌레 같다고 한 것도 미안해. 그러니까 뚝.
Big, meaty claws. Be nice to my boy.
아이씨, 왜 자꾸 그러지? 배고픈가? 내가 먹을 거 줄까?
Do you really not understand why? As Rhodia was struggling to calm Gregor down, light, even footsteps approached me from behind. This sounds like Merceau, maybe.
원장님,
Yes, Musso, go ahead. Yes, sir. Something about the way the low-level voice spoke struck me as oddly familiar, so I whipped around to see who it came from. Yeah, there's no way we're running this place with 2 teachers. This has to be the 3rd teacher who's managing one of the other classes. But I saw no one.
이쪽입니다.
Down here. The voice was low, in terms of height, that is. Oh, hey, Musto. How's it going, little man?
네. 요리의 준비가 다 되어 원장님을 부르러 왔습니다.
He literally has done nothing to change his voice. That is me. The meal is now prepared. That's, you got a pretty baritone voice for a kid. Is he gonna start crying because you've just said that? This kid doesn't even talk like a toddler.
칭찬 감사합니다. 펭귄반 친구들은 제가 데리고 갈 테니 조리실의 보호자석에 착석하시어 저희를 감독해 주시길 부탁드립니다.
Very good, very good. He will make an excellent waiter slash butler when he grows up.
반장 오티스 수감생은 이미 자리에 있습니다.
The venue. Okay, thanks. Flabbergasted, I stared at Merceau walking toward Rhodia and Gregor in that steady, even pace, then made my way into the kitchen. Kitchen's a real mess, huh? It's almost as if 13 kids have been messing around in here.
지저분하다뇨. 모두 있어야 할 자리에 있습니다, 원장님.
Everything's where it ought to be. Obviously. This is a damn nice track. Is it? Something about this place feels oddly familiar too. I guess this is how this place has always looked. So, what kind of dish are you preparing, class?
예, 저희는 프라이드 봉이를 준비했습니다.
A bongy fwit? I don't even know what that is. Oh, so you're still getting used to words that are hard to pronounce. So what would a frit? Are you going for a frit? Hang on, why do you say that in a past tense? Wait, but Rhodia and Gregor just got here, didn't they? Were they a part of your team too? I guess Gregor might be a bit young to start cooking, but...
네, 원장님. 로자 수감생의 경우 요리 중 지속적으로 원재료의 손실을 일으키는 정황이 있어 의도적으로 배제했습니다.
She may have consumed all the ingredients before we could cook them.
뭐? 나를 뭘로 보고... 원장님, 매로 혼내줘요.
Big Teach, defeat this small child. I am fully confident that Merceau would win in a fight against Dante, even as a toddler.
지금도 봉이 뒷다리 한 개가 손실되었습니다.
원장님, 혼내주십시오.
Suplex the child, Executive Teach. That's it, Rhodia, go sit in the corner there. It's the timeout chair for you. Take us to the brig.
예? 왜요? 그렇지만 먹을 거가 생기면 빨리 집어와야 굶어죽도 않잖아요.
It's played for comedy in the moment, but that's actually quite a surprisingly real moment, I suppose, because of course I'm sure a lot of you are aware of people who gain eating disorders when they grow up in situations where they just don't get a lot of food, as it were. So even if they're full, they'll feel the compulsion to just fucking stuff themselves with food because it's been hard-coded into their brains that they might not get another opportunity, right? They need to eat everything they can get their hands on because who knows when their next meal will be, right? And that makes a lot of sense for Rhodia because she comes from a very poor background. It explains a lot about her behavior as an adult. And it's interesting to get that. I mean, a lot of you probably figured this out for yourself, but it's interesting to see that so presented so brazenly here. Very interesting. Not to bring the fucking mood down because, you know, it's a silly April Fool's event, but that's interesting. Is that really something a child of her age should be saying? Just what kind of awful condition has she been living in? Exactly. Too bad, but I can't let it slide when I just saw you sneaking away with a drumstick. Off to the corner now.
아까 과자도 나눠줬는데 착한 어린이 했는데.
Come on, Dante. She gave away cookies.
원장님의 명령이다. 어서 가라. 이 펭귄만의 습지.
You've embarrassed the perky penguins. Otis might be going a bit overboard.
이렇게 싸우면서 성장하는 거겠죠?
Yeah, but these kids have problems. Problems that they still haven't addressed as adults. Except for Merceau, he's literally perfect. He's literally a model human being. No faults. 10 out of 10, no notes. Like, he's so fucking funny. Just look at him. Oh, Merceau, you're hilarious. I love you. I looked at Miss Yuri, but she only wore an innocent, kindly smile one might have when watching children play their silly games.
자, 그럼 메르스 어린이 이번 요리를 설명해 주겠어요?
Merceau, please explain the dish.
네, 이번 오르떼 뿌르는
Today's hors d'oeuvre. The explanation continued for a while with a similar level of incomprehensibility. Did he mean hors d'oeuvres? I mean, I wouldn't have fucking figured that out. As I listened, I became increasingly suspicious whether these were the vocabulary and loquaciousness of a toddler, but once I saw a smugly satisfied Otis return from her arrest after having properly restrained the perperator, Rhodia, only to produce a crayon and a massive sketch pad from who knows where and begin a whole lecture on how this dish came to be, well, eventually I stopped thinking. This is just the kind of world I live in, I guess.
네, 잘 들었어요, 친구들.
No, this seems a lot better than your day job, Dante. I think you should just stay here and enjoy yourself. It's a very laid-back environment.
그러면 맛을...
So at what point does this all go wrong?
그런데 설명을 안 한 부분이 있네요, 메르스 어린이.
Merceau, you missed a detail.
음식 꼭대기에 이건 뭔가요?
Is watch it be an apple. Miss Yuri pointed at an unfamiliar object standing upright atop the dish, almost like a birthday candle. Wait, isn't that what Greg has been picking up earlier?
이렇게 하면 기억할 거야.
Now they won't be forgetted. You took one of their limbs and just put it in the fucking dish, didn't you? It's a lower limb of a bongy bug. Bam! In the blink of an eye, Merceau's fist slammed down upon the delectable fried bongy and turned it into shapeless mush alongside the unfamiliar object. Oh dear. Merceau?
원장님, 이건 전부 설명드릴 수 있습니다.
What happened? Why is everyone being mean to Gregor? Sorry, Gregor. Why did Merceau do that?
메르스 수감생. 이 파괴적인 연출까지가 이번 코스 요리의 연출이겠지?
Is this part of the gastronomical experience?
자, 말해봐라. 이 음식의 이름은?
오늘의 메인
The Plat-doo-joor. Le Plat-doo-joor. Why did you do this?
메시드 프라이드 봉이입니다.
Mashy fried bongy. So you mashed it. But it was perfect and then you ruined it. It's the timeout chair for all of you too. Go sit. The first contestant's food was completely wasted. Ooh-wee. These children, goddamn. I had walked out of the kitchen to get some fresh air and cool my head when someone tugged at my pants. I looked down to find... Oh, hi, Yi-sang. Ah, he's such a little fella, isn't he?
네, 이상해요. 단테 원장님.
You're right, little man. How you doing? Right, still getting used to calling me by my title, huh?
이상하오?
He sang indeed. Nah, it's okay. What's up?
병아리 반도 떼어막습 준비를 마쳤소. 도와주시겠어요? 단테 원장님?
The hands-on class. The cheery chickies are ready to go. They're moderately cheery, I suppose. Oh, Heathcliff's pretty cheery, I suppose. Ah, these are the most depressing members of the fucking group. I can see the other Cinnelings in the distance, all wearing yellow cheery chickies black backpacks. Leggy Billy.
원장님, 원장님, 히스클리프 가요, 히스클리프 가요. 야, 휘두르지 마, 욕좀 튀어.
She's going to be a sailor, you know.
엉님, 반장엉님, 이스마일이랑 히스클리프랑 또 싸워.
So this must be the especially troublesome class, yes? They are ready, right?
이상은 없어. 단테 원장님.
This is as Yi-sang as it gets. I feel like my head's about to burst into flames. I mean, more so than usual, I guess. Combat time! I forgot that there were 4 waves of this. Ah, Bongy Guard. So we appear to be fighting bongified versions of the enemies from the first 4 cantos? I don't know, we'll see in a minute, but... Hello, lads. Let's start with you, Yi-sang.
불렀어. 야?
I shall trim. I shall do it. Is ideal. Is nothing ideal. Oh, sorry, is nothing unideal. Information we were. Information new to our ocean. Oh, God, I have no idea what the fuck that means.
저 두반장.
He's very small. Come here. I'm gonna be brave too. Your marinade, oh porridge. Boah, boah. Fucking-ish. Gwudge.
말빠,
Sorry, I need to hear that one again.
말빠.
Break your leg, Wibleg. Die. Reshenishman. Spiked Within. And what about you, Ishmael?
제가 반장이면 더 잘할 수 있어요.
Yeah. Hey, did I do good? Give me your meats. Gig his butt, please. Last ditch struggle. Determination to survive. Oh, incredible. All right, go for it, kids. Show him his butt. Oh, no, Yi-sang. Oh, goodness. You know what? I don't think I need to do strategy and tactics on this. I don't need to strategize at all. Ishmael, no! How can you beat on a small child? Go for it. Get him, Yi-sang. Yeah!
이살적이구려.
Nice. Wow, these kids' attack animations are actually better than the base ID animations. Go fucking figure. Maybe they should be updated.
내가 하겠어.
Unless they have been. It'd be pretty cool if they have already been. Good job, Sinclair. Oh, that was sick. No chance.
내가 하겠어.
Stop beating up Ishmael. Yeah. That was good.
아, 19회 봉이 경호단이군요.
The Bongy Guards from District 10. Just what the hell are these things? Why do they explode into a bunch of what looks like casino chips?
오, 혹시 주워 왔을까요?
No, I was too busy concerning myself with the fact that they exploded.
이만큼 좋았어요.
So many chips, we're gonna gamble forever. Ishmael confidently unloaded a whole bag of casino chips on the table.
반짝반짝.
We're rich, we're rich, we're rich, we're rich.
선생님 저 잘했죠? 반장은 제 반의 반도 못 주었대요.
Take that, Captain Yi-sang, you suck.
면목 없어.
Oh,
선생님,
don't make him sad. He's so small.
아무래도
Ah,
제가 병아리반 반장에 훨씬 잘 어울리는 것 같은데.
yeah, this explains a lot. This informs a lot of her adult behavior.
맞아. 싱클레야, 빨리 봤다고 해.
Sinclair, back me up or I'll hit you with this stick.
오케이.
Sinclair's like, you can't expect me to take a side. Are you crazy? Out of nowhere, Heathcliff appeared and, after shoving the chips on the table into his own bag, ran away.
야, 거기 안 사!
And before I could even make an attempt to reconcile them, Ishmael leaped up and chased after Heathcliff, knocking over various knickknacks in the chaos.
여전히 면목이 없어. 유.
It's still sad, Dante. Do something about it. Don't be, you're doing your best, just like me. And look how that's going for both of us. Not well. Speaking of which, what's the point collecting all these chips? They're not ingredients, are they?
모르셨군요. 이건 포장할 때 되면
And what, are they like chocolate coins? Miss Yuri flipped the chip one way and the other, upon finding purchase, pulled the wrapping apart, revealing a small thin coin of chocolate within. That's precisely what they are, yes. Oh god, we're gonna have chocolate chicken again.
우와, 대박!
Whoa, bro!
엉님, 이거 알았다?
Whoa!
물론이요. 아니, 물론이야.
잘했어요, 병아리반. 식구 공이들의 십성을 잘 파악하고 있었네요.
At least someone does.
그런데 요리할 사람이 둘밖에 남지 않았는데 우리 어린이들 괜찮아요?
I think Yisang and Sinclair have got it.
여부가 있겠소. 유.
So Yisang is making a concerted effort to try and sound like a child, but keeps using less childlike terms. You know what? Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
째기는 비장의 레시피가 있으니.
Super top secret recipe. It is chocolate chicken, isn't it? Super top secret recipe.
아우야, 우선 봉이를.
Then,
자, 되었소.
ah, wait, isn't this the same person who, as an adult, was like, man, that expired milk sure was an interesting experience? I'm a little concerned. This is...
봉이를 잘 나누어 물속에 넣고 당근과 감자, 대파와 마늘을 함께 넣고
Okay, so far so good. Yisang, you're doing well.
마무리로 카지노 칩을 쌓아올려 만든.
Just to clarify, you leave the casino chips with their wrapping on, right? So you take the casino chips off and then eat it, and then you have chocolate coins for pudding. I suspect that's not what he's done.
봉이 한 마리예요.
Whole bongy stew. I thought I glimpsed the sorrowful indignation of a bongy underneath the viscously boiling, bubbling surface of melted chocolate. I knew it. I knew it. It's chocolate broth with chicken and vegetables in it. Are you sure this is edible? Oh, it's edible. I can't promise you it'll taste good, though.
이상해요?
No, you have to. People have to eat it, Dante. We can't make him sad. At my blunt assessment, Yisai's angst began to tremble as though he was about to start tearing up. No, I mean, it's, well...
너무 잘 만들었어요, 이상 어린이.
Yeah, please take over, Yuri.
정말이요?
Truly?
그럼요. 끈덕지고 농후한 이 국물. 그리고 완벽하게 익은 이 재료들을 보세요.
The broth would certainly be thick and flavorful. Good flavor? Doesn't matter. But definitely flavorful. Yes.
어린이 친구 둘이서 만들기에는 쉽지 않았을 텐데 참 잘했어요.
Did it very quickly as well. Too quickly, which implies that the chicken is probably not cooked. Ah.
이상적이구려.
Incredible. Miss Yuri quietly walked up next to me as I watched the two children cheerfully celebrate their culinary success.
선생님, 아이들이 협력해서 성공했는데 맛이 그렇게 중요하진 않을 거예요.
Besides, Dante, you can't even eat it, so what difference does it make?
저는 그저 아이들이 다치지 않고 잘 해냈다는데 기쁠 뿐이랍니다.
That in of itself is an accomplishment. Wow, I hadn't thought about it like that. I've still got a lot to learn, both as a kindergarten principal and as a manager. Go figure.
물론 초콜릿이 잔뜩 스며든 봉이는 당연히 맛있겠지만요.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
그런 말도 있죠. 초콜릿만 있다면 신발도 맛있게 먹을 수 있다.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that shoe leather would taste better smothered in deep in chocolate. But you know what? It's fine. Don't argue with the dream. Do you go to sleep? Do you dream? And do you argue with that dream? Do you sit in the dream and go, actually, that's stupid? No, your brain just goes along with it. So just go along with it. Yeah. I've heard that one, but I'm pretty sure it was something about deep frying. It would be fucking gross either way, lads. I don't know how to break it to you. Well, no point in arguing about quotes and attributions I only remember vaguely. It's a bit too late to question the way things are in this institution. In any case, Miss Yuri will finally get the chance to taste... It's gonna go on the floor. Just then, the sound of hurried footsteps came rushing in from the distance, with Heathcliff bursting into the cafeteria from the opposite hallway. Trailing behind him was a seething Ishmael, her yells ringing out in anger. We're seeing the early makings of the Captain Ishmael identity, yes. Without warning, a slipper shot out of the darkness, aimed at Heathcliff, who was still on the run. And the said slipper happened to land right in the stew. Essentially, yeah. Oh. Oh. That's scary. Heathcliff, we have problems. Right on the cheery chicky's whole bongy stew.
단테 원장님.
No! Tears welled up in Yisang's eyes, threatening to spill over. Ishmael, look what you did.
이건 이상하단소.
This is not Yisang.
이뚜마해. 아무리 그래도 이건 아니야.
Yeah, Ishmael, even if it was technically Heathcliff's fault, but yeah, Ishmael.
엉님이랑 내가
Ugh.
얼마나 열심히
That's deeply concerning.
혼내주시오.
I suppose it will happen. I let my gaze wander from one mess to the next. Bits of food were strewn all over the place, with Yisang on the verge of bursting into tears. Stomping his feet, Sinclair advanced towards an extremely flustered Ishmael, while Heathcliff, smirking and giggling, was peeking in from behind the door. And there at the end of my line of sight stood Miss Yuri, who somehow still managed to keep a sweet and pleasant smile, though the ominous vein twitching on her forehead was somewhat worrying. Is this supposed to be... God, I can't remember her name. God damn it. Sword. Is it, like, is Dante mixing up Yuri and Sword in their head? I suppose, once again, it doesn't matter, but I wonder if that's the intent. There was only one thing left to be said. Timeout chair! Everyone to the timeout chair! Do you still want to continue this cooking contest? We're 2 out of 3 for utter disasters. The other classes are practically finished, and I don't mean that in a good way. At this point, honestly, you'd win even if you served raw, unseasoned chicken just like that.
그런 말씀을 원장님이 하시는 건 부적절하다고
Pause.
파우스트는 생각해요.
Pause. Is far from appropriate.
이런 경우에는 아동들의 핵심 역량, 함량, 아이들이 클 수 있게.
Indeed. Sorry, but why are you suddenly changing the way you talk? Yeah, what's up with that?
파우스트가 생각하는 단어가 너무 고차원적이라 다른 사람이랑 대화가 어려워진다는 걸 깨달았거든요.
Sophisticated. Well, I like to think I can still get what you're saying, so just be your usual self.
안 돼요. 파우스트는 코끼리 반 반장인걸요.
No chance.
반장은 반의 모든 애들이 정보의 습득에 방해 요소 없이 경험학습에 기반한 교육을 문제없이
Very difficult to do this. You mean you want to use simpler words so other kids can have an easier time understanding you?
요약하면 맞아요.
That is a correct summary. Right, glad to know the Elephant's class captain is so mature and dependable. We'll see how that lasts. Faust wasn't one to show her feelings openly, but I could sense a subtle hint of satisfaction on her face, and that was good enough for me.
미안해. 카론, 늦었지.
Hey, Caron, how's it going? Hello, Miss Caron. Miss Caron is in charge of 2 classes on top of the children's pickups and drop-offs, so I don't get to see her most days. Are the Terra T-Rexes not joining today's class?
피라노 반, 원의 위탁 수업.
Otherwise known as jail.
지금도 데려다주고 오는 길.
So she still drives the bus. Always got a lot on your plate, I see. Which Cinnalings were in Terra T-Rexes again? I sure hope they don't trip and hurt themselves out there.
걱정 필요 없어, 원장님. 공룡, 짱짱세.
T-Rex is very strong. Oh, you're right. Dinosaurs are really strong. Ah, this is a class. I was still in the middle of a conversation with Miss Karen when I saw a Cinnaling slowly making her way back, lazily swinging her elephant-shaped bag.
어이, 반장.
Hello, Tiny Yoshu.
말, 대, 해. 11구 것들이 정신 놓고 몰려온다.
I don't know what that means, and Sinclair isn't here, so...
좋아요.
Good job.
우와, 진짜 신기하다. 반장, 할머니께서 말씀하신 대로면 뽕이 요원들은 자기들이 지키는 곳에서 한
와우.
발자국도 안 움직인댔는데.
Wow. Bongi Sakua-e agents who are actually quite dangerous and are things we've fought before.
원래대로라면 그렇죠.
However,
하지만 파우스트는 전부 알고 있어요.
House knows all.
봉이 요원들이 움직일 유일한 기전을. 기전이 뭐냐, 반장?
I actually don't know is the thing.
줄임말은 아닌 것 같아, 류슈.
It could be.
유일한 방법을.
That's definitely not an acronym then, is it?
처음부터 알 듯하게 말해, 반장.
And what's that?
그건 금기 아니
Break a taboo?
나쁜 짓을 해서 약속을 어기면 돼요.
Break promises by doing mean things. Ah, you mean break a taboo. But are taboos even meant to be broken in the first place?
다 멍이 아니라면. 그렇지. 유슈, 원장님께 반말은 나빠요.
Try again.
그렇겠죠?
Don't mind me, I'm fine. Pretty sure this is the first time she's referred to me by my actual title. Anyway, so how do you think we should break a taboo?
와요, 원장님.
We're going to make a bird person. Faust clenched her sponge sword a little tighter, her gaze pinned to a spot. Naturally, my eyes followed hers. Huh? What did we do? And through the billowing haze of dust rising into the air. Oh, I think I get it now. She's so teeny. I saw Don Quixote sprinting towards us with a balloon lance held up high. With something that looked like a tattered rag flapping from the tip of the spear.
봉이들의 서식 아니 사는 곳에 천막을 찢는 나쁜 일.
That would be a mean thing to do, agreed.
돈키호테라면 할 줄 알았어요.
Good job, Don Quixote. Good grief. I pressed a hand to my quote-unquote forehead as I felt all sense of reason leaving me, but it did nothing to keep the coming chaos from crashing in. And combat. Okay, we need to investigate our new friends.
듣고 있어요.
House will do this. I must improve my balance. Bigger and bigger. Analytic eye. Keen observation.
듣고 있어요.
Let's get this. That's really cool. Not my taste. Is yummy. Entertainment. Frivolous jokes.
뭐? 에요.
Heh. Shortening. SCNC. FU. Indiscriminate art. Hustle. Justice. 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 Justice? Righteous wet with whoosh. I shouldn't be entertained by this. So wait, was that just support? Hang on. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Support? That's weird. Is that a placeholder or? It's fine. Okay, we'll go for it, kids. Have fun. Get him, Don Quixote. Nice.
무게 중심을 개선해야겠어요.
She can actually sheath the sword this time because it isn't some kind of horrible memory wiping bullshit sword. Get him, Yoshu. Damn.
몸이 가벼워지는 느낌으로
파우스트가 나서죠.
제
Oh,
취향은
yeah.
아니에요.
There you have it.
파우스트의 생각대로 봉이 요원들은 전부 해치웠어요.
Just as Paus planned. So I see. What?
아, 원장님. 저건 반장이 잘했다고 칭찬해달라는 눈빛 같네요.
That's the face Captain makes when she wants praise. Alright, excellent job, Faust. You did good.
네. 파우스트는 항상 우수해요.
And the rest of you too.
감사합니다, 원장님. 오늘 체험학습에서 배운 건 집에 돌아가서 동생한테도 알려줘야겠어요.
Ah, Zishan will love that.
류슈.
TY.
줄이지 말고요.
You have to say thank you properly.
감사합니다.
At least she listens to the class captain. And you too, Don Quixote. Wait a minute, where is she? Still unable to keep her excitement in check, Don Quixote was sprinting in circles around the field.
아, 돈키호테. 흙바닥에 바로 앉으면 더러워. 자, 여기 내가 비단 보자기를 펼쳐줄 테니까.
Here's a silk cloth to sit on.
이런, 피도 입가에 이렇게 묻히고.
Why is there blood on her mouth? Huh? Oh, yeah, because she's a blood fiend, I forgot. Don Quixote landed a sudden slap on Hong Lu's arm. Why would you do such a thing?
뭐라?
앱은
건드리지 말도록.
Okay, you know what? Boundaries, fair enough. Establishing boundaries, fair enough.
오래간만에 만찬이니.
This is weirdly Undertale-esque in its tone. In that there are sudden lurching halts to the silliness. What the heck was that? Could it be that Don Quixote's just pretending to be a child? Yes, because she's over 200 years old or something.
저리 두세요, 원장님. 아이들은 원래 뛰놀면서 크는 거니까요.
Yeah, and having sudden moments of clarity.
밥 먹을 땐 걔도 안 건드린다. 라고 라디오에서 그랬어.
Don't bother people when they're eating. There you are, Miss Yuri, Miss Karen. Shouldn't you be at the cafeteria?
여러분들이 너무 늦게 오셔서 제가 직접 나와보았어요.
They're taking too long.
앞선 두 반은 아쉽게도 음식을 맛보지 못했지만
But this will surely be a feast for the ages.
여러분들의 음식이라도 맛볼 수 있다면 저는 기쁠 거예요.
I don't think you'll get it.
자, 파워스터리니? 오늘 준비한 요리는 뭘까요?
What's the plan, Faust?
파우스트?
Is Faust shy?
없어요.
Nothing. No plan, no food.
네?
What?
파우스트는 봉의원들이 갖고 다니는 방출식 삼형 모델 진압봉이 갖고 싶었어요.
Oh, this was all for a security baton.
전부 분해해서 모으면 새로운 장난감을 만들 수 있거든요.
You know, I forgot she was an engineer.
많이 모았으니 성공이에요.
It is a success. No cooking.
그게 무슨...
No cooking?
파우스트는 궁금해요.
House wonders.
인간은 필요치의 영역만 제공되면 생명 유지에 문제가 없어요. 유리와 같은 행동을 생산자가 아닌 소비자가 굳이 수행하는 것은 비효율이라고 생각하는데 왜 이런 체험학습을 해야 하나요?
Acts of sustenance such as cooking become inefficient when performed by those who must consume food rather than by those who produce it. Are you suggesting that the food should cook itself? Huh?
선생님이 말이 빨라서 잘 이해가 되지 않는데 쉽게 말해볼까?
Insults will follow.
아, 네. 요리에 관심이 없어요.
Faust is not interested in cooking. Find someone else.
귀엽고 그
She's-
말을 했어.
Miss Karen?
카론 선생님, 저런 말 안 가르쳐. 책임 아니야.
Not responsible for what?
도망.
What do you mean, Scooty Scoot? What's your problem?
파우스트는 에너지 젤리가 더 효율적이라고 생각해요.
Oh no, the look on Miss Yuri's face is getting darker. Oh, what about the others? Ryoshu, Honglu? Maybe they want to cook. Ryoshu's a good cook, remember?
밥 먹는 시간도 단축하는 게 낫지. 해요.
Ah, shortened, yes. Ah, yeah.
집에서 해준 음식이 더 좋아요.
Yeah, Honglu has like really high-class chefs cooking for him, yeah. Ah. And Don Quixote just wants justice. Drop it, Don Quixote. You've already exposed yourself. Yeah, well, yes, indeed. So what's happening?
저는 아이들이 식사를 통해 즐겁고 건강하게 자라나길 바랐어요.
Yuri, it's only one day. And cooking's not the only thing that they would need to learn in order to do that.
눈병이 나서 컨디션도 몹시 안 좋은데 두 반에 담임을 하면서 틈틈이 야근으로 짠 이 체험학습을
I see the issue, yes.
그저 아이들만을 위해서.
Well, kids, you know, kids are the way kids are.
하지만 결국 이런 취급이군요.
Miss Yuri?
야근하고 싶지 않았어요.
Miss Yuri's body is turning.
그 누구도 야근을 하고 싶어 하진 않았어요.
What do you mean, none of us? There's like two of you. Ah, come now, Miss Yuri. Let's not make it sound as if something terrible's gonna happen. Even if this music playing right now is diegetic and non-diegetic.
그러면 전 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요? 영양사가 된 게 죄예요?
Are you distorting? I guess we haven't heard the noise. Also, this isn't really happening, but...
아니, 됐어요.
Never mind.
아무도 음식을 소중히 하지 않는다면
It was one day! They're kids! They're like toddlers! They need time to learn! Don Quixote, you're the only adult here. Help me out. No! I said drop the act, go get the kids sitting in the timeout chairs. Fine.
전부 입에 직접 쑤셔 넣어주겠어!
Sure. Hurry up! She's a giant bongy! False bongy! True bongy! And it's playing the bongy fight music that I like. That I heard in XCOM multiple times. Clash Power +2. Ah. Well, let's do this. Do we have reserves, or is it just these four? So you're going to the middle one, that's neutral. Could you perhaps do... Oh, God damn it. Oh, right, it's unfocused. Okay. Do a big defense, Merso. You've got it.
저를 봐주십시오. 원장님.
Very nice. Pitiful. And they've all still got max SP as well. Dante, the fact that you're relying on these kids to fight for you in this instance, you should be absolutely fucking ashamed of yourself. Shit's embarrassing. Go for it, kids. You can do it. Good job, kid. You can do it, Sinclair. Yes! This will not take long. They're strong kids. They've been eating nutrition jelly or whatever the fuck Alice was talking about.
위장 플러스.
Damn. Take that. The whole team is here. Let's go. Maximum carnage. Well, this has been a ton of fun.
제 취향은 아니네요.
Get him with the claw grab. Nice counter. Yes, the stagger! She's doomed now. It's one of those things where I can just picture, like, seeing a comment or a message from someone being like, oh my god, I got stuck on false bongy for hours. And it's like, how? You literally win rate it. Ah, maybe not, though. This is a dream. It's a dream, yeah. Dante, that's fucking unhinged. I mean, obviously it was a dream, but like... am I in...
이 양반 어째 주기적으로 버스에서 악몽을 꾸고 그러네.
Yeah, you used to be a lot smaller, Greg. Also nice to see you're awake now. Nightmare? So it was all a dream? Ah, figures. As the buzzing in my head gradually settled, the sound of the bus engine came back into focus. I guess what just happened must have been a dream, nothing more. Ah, thanks, Gregor. You saying it was a nightmare snapped me out of it, although I would have already described it as such.
뭘? 아차. 그래. 아니 고맙다면 저거 좀 대신 처리해 줄래?
That? Where Gregor pointed, the sinners were arguing loudly over something.
에휴. 또 회식 장소 가지고 저러고 싸우고 있어. 오랜만에 하는 회식이니까 최대한 맛있어야 한다면서.
Arguing over food. What a concept. Dream or reality, some things never change. It's almost amazing how they keep getting into the same arguments. And I don't even get to eat anything.
그 관리자 양반이라면 금방 조용하게 만들 현명한 방법 있지?
Fucking doubtful, but we'll see. Wise way. Did I ever have a wise way to quiet them down? Timeout chair. Put Heathcliff on the timeout chair. Well, to the timeout chair, everyone. Oh, I'm probably still half asleep. Sorry, I came out weird. What I mean to say is, I was awkwardly scratching the back of my head when I noticed that somehow the sinners had all gone quiet. Huh? Slowly, one by one, they clenched their mouths shut and took their seats. As if they were children who were anticipating one heck of a scolding. What's going on, guys?
다들 조용히 하세요. 생각 의자에서 시끄럽게 굴면 티라노반이 오니까요.
Okay. Terror T-Rexes. Hang on, why do they recognize that name?
무서워. 티라노반은 나쁜 아이들을 한 입에 잡아먹는데 써.
Bad kids.
매번 원회로 나가는 이유가 사실 나쁜 아이들을 벌주기 위해서라는 소문이.
Okay, sure. What are they on about? We're on Mephistopheles. Ah. There are 2 seats empty.
단대 원장님. 친구들이 또 떠들고 있지 않습니까?
They're being noisy again.
티라노반 반장 붉은 수감료.
So remind me, who are the other 2 members? Or 3. Actually, there should be 3, yes?
대체 언제쯤에야
Oh, peace!
제게 어부받을
What the fuck? What on earth are you saying? Stay back!
해주시는 겁니까?
No! Damn. The double dream. I had one of those recently, where you wake up in the dream and you think you've woken up, but you haven't. It was a bad one. It was really rough. Scared the shit out of me. I was having a nightmare. Quite a harsh one as well. And then I woke up in the dream and was still in the dream, and I was like, I literally woke up in the dream, in my bed. So, well, for all intents and purposes, I was 100% convinced I was awake, right? And then someone started fucking strangling me, which was a shock. And then I woke up for real, and I didn't go back to sleep for like an hour because I was fucking petrified. Is this my room? Then was that just now also a dream? Like, it would have to be Dante. What else could it have been? So I had 2 dreams in a row, huh? It was either 2 dreams in a row, or it's some kind of time loop story. That was such a weird ass dream. No, it's still too early to let my guard down. I could still be trapped in a dream world. Alright, I should try pinching my cheek to make sure. I don't have cheeks. There, first end the thigh, and one on the arm too.
단테, 노크 없이 죄송합니다만 급하게 논의하고 싶은 게
Stay back, pals.
갑작스러운 자학 충동이 일어났나요? 이런 건 보고된 적 없습니다만
I've had a long day, Faust. No, Faust, wait, you hear me out first.
빠르게 진찰이 필요할 수도 있겠군요. 우선
It took a good long while to try and explain to Faust the ridiculous situation I found myself in, but in the end, I did manage to clear things up. And thankfully, this part wasn't a dream, probably. Just another anecdote to be told about a certain day on the bus. Don't use the term a certain blank. That means things. God damn. Well, that was an experience. What the fuck is this? Open to receive 401 free lunacy. Ah, Sinling's chicken scratch farewells. I missed the Sinlings already. They were very funny. Ah, I almost don't want to use it. It's like waking up from the most chaotic dream. The jar contains several notes of sincere appreciation scribbled in children's messy chicken scratches. Why does this remind me of the sinners? I must still be waking up. In fact, you know what? For the moment, I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna hold on to it. Also, what was that thing I had? Use this item to select a Season 3 identity, including event identities to obtain. Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Can I even... Well, I have them all, so what's the point? Fuck it. I have a Season 2 one as well. Ooh, I can get something new. There we go.
안녕. 장미 스패너 공방 대표 로자야.
Ah. Let me set up a Rose Spanner workshop team. It would be fun. Well, that's all I've got time for today, friends, and that's all we're doing, I suppose. I'll do like lunacy pulls and shit like on a later date, probably at the end of the intervallo when we've got a little bit more lunacy to play with, and hopefully I will have done the Bokgak by then as well, so we'll have a ton more stuff to play with. That was fun. I like the level of unhinged creativity they go with for these April Fool's events. They're ridiculously stupid, but a ton of fun. It's very much appreciated. The voice acting was interesting because some of the voice actors gave genuinely convincing performances of sounding like a child, and then you get Merceau, who's just like, no, this is just adult Merceau, slightly modified. And Gregor's definitely bled through quite a lot as well, but that was part of the fun. That was the joy of it, right? It didn't need to be a big, strong, convincing fucking performance in that sense. It was convincing as a ridiculous thing using their voices, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think you get where I'm coming from. The fact that Yuri was in it was fucking wild. I bet that had people talking, but very good, ton of fun. That's that's a strong, bright highlight to this day, I'd say. That was very fun. That's all from me for today, though. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to our members and patrons: Ovlaka, A, Anarchy, RZ22, Cosmo, Catty Madness, Boomer2935, Catra Stahl, Red High, Spectrum, The Lord of Moth, Him Percy, Ego, Franklin Merlo, Engie DePoots, The KV2 Menacing, Boyby Bay, Red Star, Kim Takeo, Elcavia, Calf, Hotcherman, Christopher Hoos, Donut, Honor D, Agent of Chaos, Geigen, Cali, Prince of Lemons, Moon God Megan, Volwolf, Miscreant, Drakariku, Crescent, Tony the Horse, Sila Exire, Abyssal Angie, Princeps, Jacomu, Superstitix, Fihard, Mighty BH, Ancestora Lanthalion, Gage Johnson, Saga, Rory, Jack, Ninja, Gamer Fox, Grand Captain General Peace, Mean Babby Back Turtle, Cards, Kana Samaria, Pork Chops, Breck, Lifesteal, Unclever Name, Summer Cat Flanny, Painted Dragoon, Proxy, Caminera Moa, Harach, Dressos, Lol, Etherbin, Linky, Zeon, Cedar Bin, Mortal Kier, Honeydew, Sweet Baby Red, Just Kidding, Sony Pie, Jim Ghost, Apollo by K-Bob, Magic Cow, The Frostbite, and SCP-106A. For support me on YouTube and on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. I've been wildly out of practice because I basically haven't recorded in 2 weeks, which is technically untrue because I've done Barotrauma, but Recording with other people isn't the same as recording on my own. I'm not performing nearly as much in that instance. I haven't recorded by myself and done a proper one in like 2 weeks. This was a nice, comfortable way to do it, right? A full, silly Limbus company thing where the game is basically doing the entertaining for me, and it's, like I said, all voice acted, so I didn't even have to push my throat too hard. That was nice, that was fun, that was a good, easy, relaxed reintroduction back into my day job. Much appreciated, thank you Project Moon, very grateful. Looking forward to the next Intervalo, interested to see where we're going and what that entails. Many things to be discovered, many things to be seen. We have a lot to talk about with Gregor. Also, Gregor might not be awake because we were still in the dream. So that'll be interesting to explore as and when that comes. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. And whatever happens next time, hope I see you there. Doodles, goodbye.